by reiterating my colleague, Mr. Lukemeyer's concerns about the implementation of current expected credit loss and encourage you, Chairman Clayton, on that issue. As I was back home in the 6th District in recent weeks and visiting with community bankers, I heard nearly uniformly from them concern about the implementation of CECL and again, a uniform refrain that they are ill-equipped to adequately forecast future economic activity and that the end result of the current policy would be to increase the cost of credit for early-stage borrowers, startup businesses, and small borrowers. And so I encourage you to continue to keep up the pressure on the FASB folks about that, and I think it would be very smart if we studied that question a little bit more. I want to applaud the Commission's efforts under your leadership, Chairman Clayton, to meet with the public outside Washington, D.C., hosting events like the historic Investor Town Hall in Atlanta in June 2018 provide a unique forum for our constituents to engage with the Commission. As a new member of Congress, I can tell you that one thing I have learned is that nothing beats getting out of Washington and meeting with my constituents back home in the 6th District of Tennessee. I hope you will continue these efforts as you work to better serve Main Street investors. Chairman Clayton, I'd like to drill down a little bit on the Office of the Advocate for Small Business Capital Formation, or OASB. In my district, there are 3 economically distressed counties in fiscal year 2020, down from 4 in fiscal year 2019. Small businesses are often the engines of growth in areas like the 6th District. What is this office doing today to help small businesses in rural areas?
Well, I hope a number of things, because it is a number of things that we need to do to foster small business capital. Navigating our regulations, we assist with that. But what is it that makes a small business grow? You need access to capital. You need access to human beings who can help you grow. And you need the expertise from lawyers and accountants and others who facilitate that type of engagement. And what we've seen is that areas where you have a critical mass of that, entrepreneurship flourishes much more quickly. So one of the things we're doing is we're trying to facilitate that type of engagement on a local basis. Look, if you look at the successful places, they have all of those elements. They have the professionals, they have the capital, they have the expertise. And one thing that's often missing is if you have multiple small businesses in different areas, they feed off each other. There's a virtuous cycle to it. We're trying to help foster those kinds of ecosystems.
I was proud to join with several of my colleagues here today to pass H.R. 2409, which added rural small businesses to the mission of the Office of the Advocate for Small Business Capital Formation. Chairman Clayton, is there anything more Congress should be doing to empower the SEC to be more proactive in these underserved areas?
So here's what I'll say. We're getting off the ground here. Martha Miller's doing a terrific job leading that office. If we keep doing a good job, we're always asking for money, but give us some more money to do a better job and build out that office.
Commissioner Roisman, you noted in a speech this past April that there are fewer opportunities for retail investors to invest in companies in their early stages of growth and, more generally, in smaller IPOs, citing barriers to small business capital formation that the Commission should address. In your view, what should the Commission be doing to address this issue?
Thank you for that question and for touching upon this important issue. I think we're always looking to see whether the current rules we have help foster more capital formation and promote the three-part mission of the SEC. I think we can do some things to help address some of the concerns people have who are smaller companies and give them certainty about what their requirements are going to be in terms of what they need to do to be a public company. I also think some of the discussions earlier today are really helpful. I mean, capital formation is inextricably linked to secondary market trading. So when you're a small company, it's harder to succeed in terms of having really good secondary market liquidity. That's something we should look at.
Thank you, and Chairwoman Waters, I yield back.